On that one, no, it's the pin flare glue.
It's the pin flare. Everybody loves the pin flare glue gel.
I begged some when I came in this morning and loaded my syringe ready.
So you're already prepared. Right, let's put this out. What's the first thing we need to know to make a card like that?
Right, well, I like to work on watercolour paper. It's good if you're starting out. Let me just get my sheet out of here, because I know I'm going to go over the edge.
Yes, yes.
This is my travelling one, so it's a bit tatty, but I don't go anywhere without it.
Brilliant.
Right, so I'm starting with a piece of watercolour paper, and so I'm going to do the background first of all. I've already got my card ready, and that's a piece of your pearlescent card from the end.
Which we've got on the show.
That you've got on the show. Right, so I'm using VersaFine.
Lovely.
And what I've done here, I've got a big block. I've put a smaller stamp at the bottom. If you don't do that, I would get away with it, because I've sort of practiced by now. But this is a good tip if you're starting. Put that at the bottom, because then it won't rock. If you don't do that, you could rock and get a mark on your card. Okay, so I'm just doing that.
Lovely. We always get loads and loads of tips from you, because it is nice to watch Creative Craft and pick up the tips, because little things like that could be irritating. If you were to make one or two stamps and you were to get the line, some people would start again, some people would try and cut that piece off. But if you know that, it's forearmed, it's forewarned, isn't it?
Yes. You normally start from the top and work down. Okay. And I was just about to put the mountains on.
Let's just show you again what we're working towards. This is the original card that we were starting off with. So you say start at the top and work down.
But what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do the buildings first.
Yes.
Before I do the mountains, because then I can see how much room I've got and where I want to go. Right, I've got a little baby stamp here. This is my little, I don't know what they are, cypress trees, aren't they?
Oh, could they be poplars? I'm not really into my trees, but they, I know they look very nicely kept. Derek, who does our hedge trimmer shows, he's obviously been looking after those trees.
There you go. So you see what room you've got left, and you can just join up. That's what they're meant to do. They just join up.
And the whole point with these, when we think about your scenes, they are designed to integrate with each other so that you can build up your scenes. And obviously no two scenes necessarily need to be the same. You can sort of move them around. You can put the trees in different places, the mountains higher or lower.
Yeah. I've just made a mark on there. I don't know how I've done that, but I'm just going to do that again.
Okay.
It won't take me a moment.
No problem.
There we go. Don't even know how I did that. Let's just get the mountains back in. See, it happens to the best of us. Ah, it's because I've inked that accidentally. Dear, oh dear. Sewing helps. You said it was going to be one of those shows.
Yeah, but that's good. Because what we've actually done, we put the wine glass.
I've shown you what not to do.
Yeah, but it's good.
I went too far down.
It's good that we've done it, because by doing it, we can share with other people. If you do ink up two stamps, then because I was wondering where that was coming from, and it's the wine glass at the bottom of the stamp.
I'll get away with this one. Let's just carry on. Okay, so now I'm using...
To be quite honest, I thought there was ivy growing over the front of the building.
Well, actually, I'm going to put something over the front, so it wouldn't matter anyway. Right, I'm just going to do a little row of sunflowers.
Lovely.
And I don't have to be too careful, because most of this isn't going to show. Okay, so there's my picture.
Great.
And fortunately, I did one earlier, so we just swap those over, so I have a perfect one here.
Perfect.
I'm going to put my lid on while I'm not... Well, actually, I'll carry on and I'll do the front bit next as well.
Yes, yeah.
So while I'm inking and stamping. So what we do is we stamp one of the sunflowers.
And for those of you who want to go for this particular set, we can actually supply this set on its own. It's the Tuscan set. Now, we are, of course, showing you the multi-buy, but individually, if you were to go for this on its own, your item number will be 181232. It's the Tuscan Clear Stamp Set for £9.99. If you're a member of the club, it's £8.99. And as you can see in this picture here, you've actually got a lot of images that are reminiscent of Tuscan holidays. I've never been to Tuscany, but when you go there, you will find buildings of that shape.
Go.
Have you been?
Yes. That's where the sets come from. My cousin got married there about 3 years ago in a castle in Tuscany.
Oh, wow.
I've been there years ago, but you know, as as a very young person, it doesn't have the same
very
effect.
Young.
Oh, thank you. You're a star. Okay, so what I've done there, I stamped my sunflower and I cut one out from, you know, a sticky note and just put it over the top.
Or screening?
This is called masking.
Yes.
So you just put it exactly over the spot.
Lovely.
And then what happens is you can stamp like this,
but without going over and spoiling the original image.
It
looks like it's
appear
behind.
that it's behind. Okay, so I'm just going to move that one.
Oh wow! So that you can repeat the action.
Yeah, you can repeat the action, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stamp some.
Hey Jenny, we're having such a busy show. Lots of people on the phone lines, 09056 480 480. Lots of you joining us live on Freeview, on Sky, on FreeSat, and you're ordering on the website craft.avi. If you're going for the multi-buy, it is 186,391, and you pay just £24.27 if you're a member of the Create and Craft Club. Your standard price is £26.97.
Okay, so I have my picture there, and then basically you just cut it out, and it lands up like that.
So that's given it more dimension. Really nice. It's water. Is it like watercolor cartridge paper that you're stamping onto again?
This is the watercolor card you've got on your. For sale on the show.
So if you stay with us, I will be recapping and I will give you all the details for the items that we're showing, because we're mixing and matching lots of items. We've got most of these items on today's show, and we can give you those item numbers and prices shortly. Now, this is your De La Rowney. This is your pencil set.
This is again on the show, and so I thought I'd use that. That was actually done with aqua markers.
Okay.
But we can do the same sort of thing just with, you know, just with the pencils.
Now, we just brought the details up for this because this pencil set does come in a really nice tin as well. That's £39.99. It's the De La Rowney tin of 36 artist watercolours, and it's 178951. So that's the item number to go for if you'd like to take advantage of these pencils. What are the tips here? Do we use them heavily? Do we use them light?
No, what you do is you use the side of your pen and just do it lightly.
So it's the side rather than using the tip and pressing too hard?
Yeah, because then you might mark your paper. So you just do it gently with the side. You can see you don't have to be precise at all.
Okay.
You can just... And I'm obviously colouring a lot quicker than I would normally.
That's okay.
And there we go. So I'm just putting different colours in, because I don't, you know, the countryside, as usual, never one green. I'm even putting a bit of brown in there.
Brilliant. So, and just to point out what's on the screen, if you want to go for the tin of 36 watercolours, that's at the bottom of the screen now. That's 178951. If you're going for the multi-buy, that's 186391. That's our main item on today's show. It's a multi-buy of In the Country, Tuscan and Big Bear clear stamps. And you're saving a fortune by buying them all together. Just make sure you quote that all-important item number, which is 186391. What do you think about our extended hours on Freeview all the way through to 6 o'clock?
Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant, because so many people have said, oh, I missed you on.
Because if you do shows in the afternoon, we're on...
Yeah, that's it.
Traditionally, we've been on FreeSat and we've been on Sky Channel 671. We're now broadcasting on Freeview, on Channel 36, if you're watching us on Freeview, right the way through till 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. But we're still live, 7 o'clock show, 6 o'clock show and 7 o'clock show on FreeSat and Sky every day as well.
Right, what I'm doing now, you can see I just really scribbled quite lightly, and it didn't matter where I put it. But
these
you
blend
see,
really
they blend
well.
really well.
So is that the whole point with these pencils? They give you very good colour, but they do blend well with the brush.
Yeah, and I think if you're beginning, they're not frightening at all.
But they're not messy either, because a lot of people don't like watercolouring, because if you've got a palette and you're mixing and you're doing lots of washes, it can be a bit messy. With these pencils, it's very controlled, it's very neat, you're not splashing everywhere.
And what I'm doing as well is I'm picking up a bit of extra colour there. So at the moment, all I'm doing really is just putting a wash on so that I get the colour off, and then I build up my colours. But obviously, I normally take a lot longer than this when I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're doing a grand job. I will just point out as well, when we finish this demonstration, I will recap on the 3 stamps, the In the Country, the Tuscan and the Big Bear stamp. So I'll hold them still so you can see all of the intricate detail and give you an opportunity to see those stamps. But we're getting busier and busier for these stamps. If you're not ordering them, you need to be asking yourself, why is everybody else going for these? And I'll tell you why. Quality. And of course, you've got so many stamps on each individual board. It's a gift at this price, £26.97.
What I'm doing here, if I need a bit of colour, You can actually take colour off the pencil, but only do it from the tip. You don't want to soak the wood.
So you've shown us 3 ways.
So
the one way is taking pencil to your actual card and applying it that way. Another way is to put the pencil onto what I would call my palette paper and then transfer. Or you can take the wet brush onto the tip of the pencil. So 3 different ways of transferring colour onto the card.
Just don't soak the wood because you damage it.